Hello, welcome back to Hazel Jane Tarot, and today I have a rather special unboxing of the Victorian Romantic Tarot from Baba Studios. Now I know lots of other people have been getting theirs too recently, so this is maybe not, I'm not the first off the mark here. This was posted over 2 weeks ago, and what's this? Oh, the Alice Tarot. A magician promotion card for the Alice Tarot, a wee thank you card. I really love their version of the Alice Tarot. I don't have it, but it's so cool. The depth in the images is just amazing. Anyway, it was posted on the 14th of March in Kilkenny, and the tracking showed that it only got to Dublin yesterday. So it took like 2 weeks to get from Kilkenny to Dublin. I mean, did somebody walk with it? And then it was in Dublin yesterday, and then it's with me today, so that was pretty quick. Oh, so this is the deck. And if I keep reaching down in the bottom of the box, where is my book? Okay, here's the book. Your book is here. Okay, and the rest, that's all packing material. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to have a look at these. So, no backing cloth today because it was going to get all shifted around with the unpacking. So, I'm so excited to see this. This is my first Baba Studios deck. Okay, so here's the guidebook. So it's a paperback. The Victorian Romantic Tarot. It looks straight off the press like this has never been opened. So that must be the Queen of Swords. And Karen Mahoney is the writer of the book. Okay, I'm not even going to open it because I don't want to spoil any surprises with the card images. And here we have a bubble wrapped deck. Oh, it's in a box. Oh, I wasn't really, I don't know why I didn't know this. I didn't realize it was coming in a wooden box. So it looks like quite an orangey red there on camera, but it's actually a very, I don't know, the daylight is, it's a very deep red to the eye, like more like a blood red. And it's lovely, like the little box nearly looks like a book on the front. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Let's see. Ooh, little closure. There's a wee thing to stop it rattling around. So then we have the little white book. And the deck itself. Well, that is such a fancy box. I'm very impressed with the box, I have to say. Whatever the cards are like, the box is nice. So, I have obviously seen walkthroughs of other versions of this deck, but this was rather an impulse buy for me. I think I heard, you know, that Baba Studios was thinking of getting out of the tarot game, and they were doing a reprint of this, and I thought, their decks are so expensive secondhand that if I was ever going to get it, I needed to just get it when it was available. So they're quite big. You see, just to grab a card that's sitting out. So that's a regular Rider Waite card. So they're just a little bit wider, a little bit taller than a conventional tarot deck size. So let's see. Now, I get in close enough for you to see them. So the full, that's kind of odd. Oh, okay. Can you see that gold? So this is the cold foil stamping that they talk about. You can see as it catches the light there. Okay, so they're older kind of photographs by the looks of it, or paintings maybe that have been then altered or worked with. There's almost like a shimmer to the whole thing. It's very pretty, although I'm not sure if this is going to be like fully my cup of tea. I don't know. I really impulse bought this. And I don't have really any other decks that have this kind of old world feel to it. So we have 2 emperors. I'll have to have a wee think about which one of those I would like the best. I mean, my instinct is this one just because he's facing, whereas this guy's facing away. But I'll have to read up in the book and see what the logic with it is. So here we have the Hierophant. I have a feeling is this the 4th edition of the Victorian Romantic Tarot. I'm just checking in the book here, acknowledgements for this edition. It's not immediately super obvious to me. I think it is the 4th edition. So the Lovers. Oh, now if I had to pick between these 2. Oh, I don't know. I like this kind of cosmic angels in the sky, Lovers. It's very pretty. But then this is more like in the garden, kind of, and more human figures. Like this is potentially more like the Lovers in the Rider-Waite. But let's have a look at these backs. So yeah, they're goldy as well. It's funny. It's not exactly what I expected. In terms of the way the gold appears, it's more subtle than I thought it was going to be. So here we have the Chariot, Strength. Well, that's interesting. The Hermit. Oh, look at this wee man. Oh, is he an angel? Does he have wings? Interesting. It'll be interesting to read up. I'm hoping the guidebook gives you some information about the images, because I'm assuming these are not original paintings, but found images that have been adapted and manipulated. Justice. The Hanged Man. That's interesting. I mean, there's a kind of a trickster feeling with that, like it's fooling people in a way, which is maybe not what I would expect for the Hanged Man. Death. That's pretty classic. Temperance. Temperance is one of my favourite cards, and I'm not massively feeling that. I'll have to sit with that one a bit. The Devil. Oh, we've got 2 Devil cards as well then. Just first instinct, I'm leaning more towards this Devil card. This lady is a bit, maybe she's not maybe not devilish enough for me. The Tower, that's really effective, I think. The Shipwreck, the Star, that's beautiful. Really lovely. The Moon. And the Sun. Yeah. Judgment. And the World. Yeah, they're nice. Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Sorry, I'm kind of looking at them behind, like around the camera, so I'm sorry if I'm making the view not the best on the camera. 4 of Wands. The 5 of Wands. Oh, we've got that good card feeling, that sound. 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So it's very clearly Rider-Waite-Smith based, but using these old paintings. This is kind of sad, this one. Little baby in the crib. The woman carrying all the wood. Makes me think of maybe like the famine times in Ireland and poverty. And I think I was expecting the whole deck to be more based in like this kind of world, like a rich person's world. And it's not a bad thing that it's not. It's just Because I've looked at walkthroughs, but I never really looked closely because I was wanting to be quite surprised by the deck when it came. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is usually going for it, isn't he? Like moving and active. So this guy's quite still. Queen of Wands, I like her. King of Wands, I like the musicians in the background, the creativity. Then Ace of Cups. 2 of Cups. 3 of Cups. I like the 3 of Cups. They're having a good time. He's not having a good time. Yeah, that works. 4 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Yeah, that's pretty good. 6 of Cups. 7. That's a... Gosh, that's intriguing. I'm not quite sure what's going on in that 7 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? 9 of Cups. He's a bit... I mean, his outfit's a bit daft. It's a bit daft looking. I mean, I'm thinking like he doesn't look like a wealthy man to me necessarily, but no, I'll have a wee look. 10 of Cups, listen, lovely. Then we've got the Page, the Knight. They have a nice smell, this deck, like printed paper, like newly printed paper. You can get that, like a textbook smell. I like that smell. The Queen and King of Cups. Not sure where the King of Cups is. Anyway, he's having a bit of a good time. Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords. Interesting, no swords. In the image is 3 of Swords. Oh, look at that. Looks like there's maybe soldiers passing by in the background. Thinking of people getting evicted from their homes. In Irish history, I mean, there's a beautiful quality to these images. In fact, they nearly are coming out crisper on the screen than they are to the eye because of the sort of glossy, almost metallic quality. If you see that on the printing of the inks, it's on the screen, it's got a really crisp quality. Anyway, 4 of Swords, I like that. 5 of Swords, they're having a wee argument. 6 of Swords, that works. 7, yeah. 8. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. I mean, she's bound, but I could listen to that all day. 9 of Swords. 10. Oh, look at the ocean holding him. That's lovely. Page of Swords. Knight. Interesting. Again, sort of not charging ahead in the way I might expect. Queen of Swords. She's nice, pretty strong, decisive looking. Rather pensive King of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. The 2. 3. Again, these are not immediately... It's like it's Rider-Waite-Smith, but then it's not at the same time. And that is a vibe I sometimes find a little tricky with the deck. You know, it's either stick really closely to the Rider-Waite or don't go your own way completely. I find when there's some cards that do and some cards that don't is a wee bit trickier. 4 of Pentacles. Okay. 5. 6. Oh, yeah, that's strong image. 7. Well, she's picked a flower. She's not waiting. She's not been patient, has she? 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, that works. 9 of Pentacles. I think the historical periods of these images is really varied. I mean, that to me looks like sort of classical period or, you know, like sort of ancient somewhere, you know, ancient Rome painting terracotta pot or something in some sort of toga, which is quite different from, say, the historical period of this lady in that dress or some of those poorer people that we came across in earlier pictures. The background's really ornate. It's beautiful. Page. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, maybe would be thinking more Knight of Cups with a sort of romantic image. Queen of Pentacles. That's nice. And the King of Pentacles. Yeah, it's very beautiful. None of this is art that I would put on my wall, I don't think. So I wonder what it's going to be like to read with as a deck. It's also I mean, the cardstock looks gorgeous. It's really, really, really nice cardstock. And to be honest, the fact that it's not gilded, I don't mind at all. Because it's probably easier to work with maybe when it's not. Although I'd be afraid to shuffle this because it's so new and pretty. So let's just have a quick look at the guidebook at a card description to see what sort of information we get. So if we look at this magician, so there's keywords for uprights and reversals. Oh, and then it tells you what the image is. Our magician shows Dr. Faust sitting in his laboratory surrounded by the accoutrement of magic and alchemy. Among them a skeleton, a bellows, strangely shaped vessels, a globe, a chalked pentacle on the floor. It is believed the literary figure of Faust was based on Dr. Johann Georg Faust, who was a field alchemist and magician of dubious reputation. Yes, that, and it then goes on to explain about alchemists and this looks like a great guidebook. This looks like a really insightful guidebook. Seven of Swords, that's like another random example. This card is usually about small thefts, the kind of action we'd call sneaky. This card indicates secret nastiness. So let's look at this guy. The image of our Seven of Swords shows a soldier laden with guns and walking away from the village. It's reminiscent of the original Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. He's carrying far too many of them to be his. He looks furtive. Is he a deserter? So they're analysing the image, and they've included here some of their sources. No, that's great. That is really great. That is everything I would have wanted and expected from a guidebook for something like this that uses found art. Like, one of the things that annoys me in the pre-Raphaelite tarot was it didn't say the source material, and that annoyed me because I want to know, like, what's the original, like, if you look at the original piece, what was the meaning of it, or, you know, what before it was turned into a tarot card, and how does that affect the meaning of the art. So no, I like this. I think, I mean, it was quite an investment. These decks are not cheap, and I don't regret getting it. I think it's nice to have it and have the opportunity to work with it and see, is this going to be a good reading deck for me? And hopefully, if it ends up it's not, you know, we'd be fairly confident that you'd be able to at least get back the money that you paid for it by selling it on secondhand. But hopefully I won't want to. I mean, it is a very beautiful package, and I mean, this guidebook looks really like it's going to be worth a read. So I am excited to get a dive into this. I mean, and as far as getting new decks this year, I have been really taking it easy. I haven't purchased any new decks in March. So this arrival, which was purchased last summer really as a pre-order, this is kind of like my new deck for the spring. So yeah, I look forward to working with it. So if you have this deck, if you use this deck, I would love to hear, like, what kind of a reader is it for you? Do you use it often? Do you keep it in its box afraid of damaging it? How do you use this deck? And I'll be reporting back at some future date with maybe a proper review of how I found this deck as a reading deck. But for now, thanks for joining me for this rather exciting unboxing, and I will see you back here again soon. Bye.